So we're going to use this set, I Love What You Do. We're going to use the single flower out of Petals and More Thinlit dies, and we're going to use the lovely Floral Dynamic Textured Impressions folder. Alright, so that's what we're using, plus some of these luscious colours, Blueberry Bush, Grapefruit Grove, Lovely Lipstick, Pineapple Punch, and Call Me Clover. Now, I did see Mint Macaron. We're not using Call Me Clover at all. So they're the ones we're going to use. Now, I haven't opened my Mint Macaron yet, so we'll open it together. And you'll notice on the bottom there are stickers for you to put on your ink pads. This is the new style ink pad. And I'm just going to grab my paper piecing tool, and we're using Mint Macaron. It's here in a number of languages. And I just use my paper piecing tool to lift it up, and then it's going on this end. It's got the opening on it. We're just going to pop it down there, straight as we can. There we go. Now you'll notice they've given us some blank ones here. Alright, lift that one up, and when you open this up, now they are a bit difficult when you first get them, but after you've used them for a while, they're quite easy. And that is to go in the lid along here. Alright. Ah, isn't that great? So when you've got a whole lot of stamp pads open, you can now see what colour they are and not get them muddled up. Alright, now we're just going to close that for a minute. Now, see on these, I've still got this sticker bit on the bottom, and they're supposed to all sit in together nicely, but they're a bit slippy. So I saw on another group that if you take this whole sheet off, because you don't need it anymore, that'd be right. 2 of them have stayed. So take this off. Alright, so peel it right back like that, and you'll get it down to this bit, which just tells you what it is. And if you put that on top, it doesn't slip as much. Just a tip. So what I've done is cut a card base of Whisper White. So it's 14.9 by 21, or 5.5 by 8.5, folded, scored and folded at 10.5 or 4.25 inches. Then I have a piece of Mint Macaron. Now, here's where my snips come in. Alright, so with our snips, we're just going to rough up the edges. Now, I think it's Tim Holtz sells tools to do this, and I think they're quite expensive, so you don't really need an extra tool. So we'll just distress those edges with our snips. Make sure you get the corners. Alright, so this piece is 10 by 14.4 centimetres, or 5.25 by 4. Alright, so that'll do for that. I think that's nicely distressed on this side. Just rough it up a bit more. Once you get going on it, once you've done the first sort of lot of distressing, it's quite easy to do it after that. Alright, then of course you've got fluff all over the place. Alright, so I'm just going to stick that with my multi-purpose liquid glue onto my card front. You don't need a lot of multi-purpose liquid glue. Alright, okay. Then I have cut a piece of watercolor paper at 9.5 by 13.9 or 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches, I think. Now, I noticed when I actually did spritz this and put it through the Big Shot a couple of times, but I noticed when I took it out, I couldn't see, this part didn't seem to emboss that well. Is also going to get the distressing look. So again, just with your snips and give it a good go. Watercolor paper is sort of probably easier to do than your cardstock. Alright, so that might about do us. I did see this idea on Pinterest, so not my idea. Okay, then I'm going to come in with my colours. So we'll try Mint Macaron. There we go. Now I'm having, apparently once these are sort of worked in a bit, you can squeeze them like our old pads and get ink on there, but I'm not having much luck with that, so we'll just go with normal technique. So Mint Macaron, Pineapple Punch, and it'll be better once I can get the re-inkers for these. And we'll try some lovely lipstick and maybe also some Grapefruit Grove. We'll see how we go. I did the brusho technique. Did you see my brusho string art on my blog today? Here it is. So there's my brusho string art. Remember doing that when you were a kid at school? So it's lots of fun. If you haven't seen that today, go to my blog and you'll be able to see the video. It's quite easy to do. And you don't need a lot of supplies. Bit of linen thread, watercolor paper, and some brusho. Alright, now I'm just going to come in with, let's see, I'll try a little bit. I'm just picking up colour from the corner of my ink pad, can't think, and I'm just going to come in and lightly colour the leaves that I can see. It's a bit hard when I've got the overhead light on because whilst it might make it easier for you to see, doesn't necessarily make it easy for me to see. So when we get the re-inkers, we'll be able to put drops in the lids of the stamp cases of the ink pads. So sorry that my voice keeps going in and out. I'll try and let's see, where else are we doing some green? Here we go. And I'm just going to come in and lightly just touch on some of that, of the stems. That's the word, stems. Tell you what, it's not just the voice that's going, it's the brain that's going too. And you can give these as much or as little colouring as you want. It's up to you, and you can come back later and colour bits in a little bit darker to give you that you know, definition and effect of the watercolouring. So I think these are leaves here, so I'll just do that. Yeah, I think that'll do for the Mint Macaron. Now, the lovely, I'll come in with Pineapple Punch and do the flower centres. Now you can sort of just quickly paint over those. I'll show you something else I'm going to do in a minute. So I'm just painting round really the outside of those flower centres. And this one here. Oh, did you, Bronwyn? Oh, I'm glad you had a go at this the other day. I'm struggling a bit today, so I needed to do something that was, you know, a bit easier, I think. All right, I'm going to come in with some Grapefruit Grove and just touch, I'll just do this one, just touch the centre and maybe a little bit of the bottom here, and just add a bit of extra definition to the colour, but I don't want it all the way around. And you can add as much or as little as you want. Alright, and you don't need a very wet brush. Alright, so we'll do some lovely lipstick. I think that's the only one I haven't done so far. And I'm going to come in and do this. Now I'm going to wet my brush a little bit more. Just bring some water down, a bit bright, and just add some colour here. I'll have to come back in, I think, later and do some more colouring. And I'll just use this Grapefruit Grove in the middle of this one. Now I think I've got too much water. You know, if you turn your brush upside down and squeeze, it'll take some of the water back out. So you can then pick up the colour. So I forgot to put some centres on my flowers. Excuse me for a minute. Alright, there. Can't see where else. Alright, in with the lovely lipstick again. And come in and colour these. Alright, so these ones are a bit further away from the sun, so they're going to be a bit darker. And then just use what's left, pick up some more colour from the ones that you've already done, and you want it to be sort of a bit washed out. Alright, and this one here, the lozenge is finished. So I'm starting to cough again and lose my voice. So I'll just keep painting. And has anyone else had a go at this technique? It's lots of fun. And I'm just going to do these here. Sorry. So you can do it as light or as dark as you want. You can go in and add water first. We'll do that here. I think I'm going to have to go because this isn't working. Alright, so there we go. I've done some of the watercolouring. I'm hoping I'm still coming to you live. Can't see any comments. I do apologise for my voice and my coughing. Alright, now I need to let that dry. I'm going to stamp down here a thank you and then add it to the front of my card. That's it for today. That's all I was going to bring you. I'll just move the camera around again, flip the camera. Alright, so I'll see you again next week at 10 a.m. for Live with Libby. Thanks so much, everyone.
Imagination, try to draw outside the